Hey there, happy Wednesday. Popping on here at a random time midweek because I realize I actually need to tag someone. Hold on a second, because I just released a podcast with Mr. Dave, and I want to tell you about it. And now I can't get off this page. Okay. And now the whole reason why I'm talking today is to talk a little bit about what we highlighted in the podcast about the importance of not waiting to take action. So a lot of the times in the clinic, I find that people wait to be happy. So for example, I'm on the podcast today, doing this Facebook Live interview today at this random time instead of Thursdays, which I normally do. And a little housekeeping, I'm going to try to do them every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you have a time or day that works best for you, comment below and let me know. I'm trying to strategize it with my schedule, avoid popular patient time and that sort of thing. But Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. I'm going to try to pop on here with various topics. If you have a topic suggestion that you want to talk about or discuss, or a question, comment below or message me. I'm happy to talk about it. But for example, tomorrow, which is the reason why I'm not going to do this Facebook Live tomorrow, and Friday and Saturday, I'm going to this Amy Porterfield entrepreneur event, and I'm going to expand my mind. So I recently, some of you know, I've been doing some online work. I'm going to be releasing an online course soon, so stay tuned because I'm super excited about that. It's going to launch right after the new year. And the topic is very popular. It's on the low back. So if you already want to learn more, let me know. I can get you on. I'm starting a wait list. I'm going to have a free masterclass. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up for that. So stay tuned. But essentially, to get to this point, I really had to learn from others. I'm used to having a brick and mortar space and doing a lot of one-on-one work, and I am just looking to keep doing that because I love that, but also expand and have some other offerings. So I could have waited to the perfect time to invest in these courses. I could have said, oh, okay, I'll go to the conference the year where the timing works perfectly in my schedule, and do all this stuff. Waited for the right moment for all the stars to align to actually take action. But you know what I've learned from the past, because I've been there before, I've made this mistake before, is that when you're waiting for the perfect time, that perfect time never comes. So then you end up just waiting, right? So a lot of times people understand this concept and they apply it to having a baby, for example. Most of the time, there isn't the perfect time to have a baby, right? Most couples understand this, and they, bring the baby into the world, and they just know that they'll make it work, that it'll be a lovely, one of the best things that they do. Like my kid is the light of my life. Like, I couldn't imagine my world without her now. And Sean and I, we weren't completely prepared. It wasn't like the perfect time when we had her. We did wait a little bit longer, so I was stuck in that waiting game a little bit. I was a little bit older, considered an older parent. However, I realized, I'm just getting older. The clock is ticking, and if I don't do this now, I'm gonna miss this window. And so I just want you guys to stop for a moment, because I don't think you realize that this applies to other areas of life. So maybe you think it makes sense in regards to your business. Oh, okay, I get it. I just have to push myself into the discomfort and take action, even though it might not be the perfect moment. What I find a lot of the times, two things in terms of pain and recovery or health and wellness, is that people either wait for the perfect moment to take action in regards to their health, or B, they're in a lot of pain or not in an ideal scenario. For example, I'll use my own low back pain incidents. When I had a big disc bulge and nerve pain, I thought I wasn't going to be happy until that thing had fully healed. So I thought I'm going to, suffer through this time until I get healed, and then I'll be happy, because I'm not going to fully enjoy my yoga practice because it's not the full practice that I normally do. I'm not participating in life as I fully imagine how it should be. So, which isn't the best way to go about thinking about healing, because it puts a lot of pressure on the scenario, and you want to heal faster and quicker. And often when you're not happy in the moment while you're trying to heal, then you rush the process and you run the risk of having a re-injury or a big flare-up or that sort of thing. So I want you to pause for a moment and reflect on these two questions. If you have something going on in your life, like let's say you have this low back pain that comes and goes, or this nagging ache that is there some days and not others, but on occasion it impedes in your life, you're not able to go on long hikes or go surfing and paddle out, but otherwise it's not too disruptive. You've been told that you should see someone, but you haven't taken action quite yet because you've got a million to-do things on your work schedule. You got 2 kids that, need feeding, dropped off at sports, pick up. You have a significant other to take care of. You have finances to meet, bills to pay, and now is just not the time to invest in going to physical therapy, for example, or, investing with some kind of health professional. Usually that's the mindset. I just got to wait till this is through and then I can invest, or I've got to do this first and then I can invest. And which is fine. Sometimes that might be the scenario. You might need to save up for it, or you really might need to wait for that window in the schedule. Of course, there is some reality that has to be taken into account. But also notice if it's not just a procrastination effect, like your mind is just putting all these things there because for some reason there is some type of block for you taking action. And only you can answer that question truthfully. But just know, if you don't take action, if you don't do anything, most likely it's not going to get better, and you run the risk of getting worse. I find sometimes some things heal on their own, right? There is this scenario where in some cases it just magically heals on its own. You might be one of those people, but most of the time that's more rare. And the way to get full healing, where it's not going to come back or it's not going to bite you in the butt for not taking action now, you have to do something about it. It's just like anything else. So waiting for that perfect time, you just run the risk of it getting worse, and then you're going to have to invest more time down the road, right? Dave and I go a little bit more into this in the podcast, and maybe he does a better job describing than me, so I highly encourage you to listen to it. And the other thing is if you're healing from something, maybe it doesn't have to be a physical injury. So when I was healing from my low back pain, I had to learn how to move my mindset from one of being like, this yoga practice, this therapeutic yoga practice is boring. I want to do my back bends. I want to go back on hikes with my friends. This negative self-talk and this negative view of my world because I was injured, all the things that I couldn't do, and start focusing on what I could do and start appreciating that therapeutic practice for what it was, like getting more in touch with my body, learning how to breathe more efficiently, learning how to slow down and actually stop, which was like a game changer for me, and realizing that if I can get through this and pause and feel content, maybe I don't have to be joyous, but at least peaceful and satisfied and fulfilled in this moment, even though I'm not fully healed, then I really can get through anything else in life. And it did help me, because when I had my cesarean and couldn't practice yoga for 6 weeks, I didn't freak out. I was like, that's okay, I've been here before. I'll take a step back. I'll work on my breath work, my meditation. I'll really appreciate this time with because I can't do anything else. I can only be right here with her. And I loved every minute of those 6 weeks with my daughter, not being able to be as active as what I normally love. And that's okay. So just trust me here. If you can find a spot in your healing that you actually have a little bit of gratitude for your injury, a little bit of appreciation for all that your body does and where you are and all that you are still able to do and provide and bring to the world, even though your body might not be in this ideal perfect spot, or if you're going through the flu and it's just lasting like weeks longer than you thought, or whatever it may be, if you can find a bit of peace in that moment of the uncomfortable, in the discomfort, then just know that and find happiness there, then anything else is going to be that much more pleasant, and that much better. So that's my homework for you this week, is number one, to notice if you're procrastinating on taking action for some reason, or many. And number two is if you're, I think I'm getting spammed because I'm getting repeat calls. And number two is if you're going through something, to try to find a bit of gratitude. If you can't find happiness, that's okay. But maybe there's a bridge. Maybe you can find a bit of peace, or maybe just a bit of gratitude for something in your life in this moment, even though your life isn't perfect. Then it'll just help you get through that. And then when you do get on the other side, because you will, everything will be that much sweeter. So enjoy, and I'll see you next week, Thursday at 9:30 a.m. If you have a topic you want to discuss, comment below, and please make sure to check out the new podcast, Ignite Your Wellness with a UR. You can get it on Spotify, Apple Tunes, any of these major places. If you're interested in the online course, reach out to me. Lots of good stuff coming up. So, but I appreciate your feedback, so let me know. Have a great day. Bye.